Please subscribe and give thumbs up. Enjoy. How old Kratos is in God of War Ragnarok. Kratos and Atreus will be returning in God of War Ragnarok soon, but how old is Kratos going to be in the game? Gamers were first introduced to the Ghost of Sparta in God of War in 2005, as the loyal Spartan discovers how he has been betrayed by the Greek gods he serves as he searches for Pandora's box. God of War 2 followed in 2007 as the new God of War joined with the Titans to stop Zeus. God of War 3 launched in 2010 on the PS3 and wrapped up the Greek storyline for Kratos, as he seeks revenge against both the gods and Titans for all he has endured. 8 years later, Kratos returned in God of War for the PS4, but in a new mythological setting centered around Norse mythology. In God of War 2018, Kratos has abandoned his past and has started a new life in the realm of Midgard with Faye, who is the mother of his son Atreus. After Faye passes away from an unknown cause, Kratos and Atreus set out to fulfill her wish of spreading her ashes at the highest point of the 9 realms. Now, with that quest completed, Ragnarok is coming. A lot has happened in Kratos' life since God of War 3 and the original trilogy, so gauging how old he is can be a bit tricky. There are 2 ways to think about how old Kratos is in God of War: how long he has existed between his life in ancient Greece and arriving in the Norse realms, and how long he has lived in Midgard. In God of War 2018, there is a moment in his temple where we learn it has been asleep for 150 winters. Later in the game in the temple, we see a Greek vase with Kratos on it, meaning that Kratos must have been in Midgard for at least 150 years. Kratos is not immortal, but the power he has from the gods means he is nearly impossible to kill and ages far slower than any normal person, which makes Kratos' age difficult to determine. God of War's Kratos is over 1,000 years old. Kratos in God of War 2018 superimposed over Kratos in the original God of War game. It wouldn't be wrong to say that in God of War Kratos' age is around 150 years old, but it wouldn't be right either. By matching the events of the games with real-life events, we can work out how old Kratos is. The end of God of War 3 focuses on the destruction of Sparta, which happened in 464 BC. God of War takes place before Fimbulwinter, the event that signals Ragnarok, which occurred in 535 AD. Based on those 2 dates, and assuming that Kratos is in his 30s at the time of God of War 1, then it can be estimated that Kratos' age is 1,050 years old by the start of God of War 2018. His son Atreus can help with the answer to finding out how old Kratos is in God of War Ragnarok. In the God of War official novel, it is confirmed that Atreus is 11 years old in the game. Fimbulwinter lasts 3 years, so by the time Ragnarok takes place, which is when the game will be set, Atreus will be 14 years old. So if 14 is then added to the Ghost of Sparta's age, Kratos is 1,064 years old in God of War Ragnarok. Atreus does look visibly older in the official trailers below, so this seems to be the most accurate guess. Being over 1,000 years old hasn't stopped Kratos from being one of the most powerful video game characters ever seen, but Ragnarok might finally see the Ghost of Sparta really feel his age. Hints were made in God of War that Kratos is not as strong as he was in ancient Greece, but God of War Ragnarok might take it even further and force him to put down his axe and blades, as it is heavily implied that Kratos may die in Ragnarok. Kratos and Atreus will need all the strength they have to face the end of the world, and players don't have to wait long for God of War Ragnarok to arrive and find out what happens next. Please subscribe and give thumbs up. Enjoy.